I try to conclude this in a short span. All right. Can you see my screen, Mahesh?
Yes.
All right. Okay.
You might have to increase the volume, Karan.
Yep. So in this video, what we are seeing is how technology is taking place in the game of cricket, and how we are pulling data in different tangents. But we don't conclude all the data together. All right. So right now, the major part of the sport, the data is used in forms of technologies into hotspots, the ultra edge, or even the broadcast solution and everything. All right. So what we did was we wanted to understand, this is for class A players or players who can afford that kind of setup. All right. But we wanted to understand how and what we can do to the players who cannot afford this. Let's assume that, even when I was a 15-year-old, I used to go to a cricket coaching academy to play. All right. But I never understood whether there can be any data generated out of it, or what can I do with my coaching. So this all started way back in 2016, where my founder's son came back from practice, and he was talking to my founder, saying that, father, I'm not able backlift, all right, but I am not able to correct it. So we are into cricket from last 15 years, all right. So we wanted to understand, can we do something about it? So this is all where IoT comes in place, where we venture into understanding how IoT can help going generations forward. So we went to another tech giant to understand this, understand how do we find a solution to this problem. Then we went to Intel to understand, okay, we can probably do something. All right. So that's when we first started, doing our first part of IoT improvement into sports, that is into player development. How IoT has been distributed right now in sports, and then fan engagement. So right now we are catering to player development, and we are focused R&D into player safety and then fan engagement also. So we created a product which sits on top of an bat. All right. So what does this product do? So it's a basic normal sensor which captures your bat swing. All right. So when I say normal, so when somebody says something is normal, it's actually not normal, because there is a lot of complications which arise when you result out that to be a normal. So we had to go to all different tangents, because especially in cricket, the batting is 360 degree. It's not like baseball that there's only one swing of an O swing or an U swing in a golf. All right. So cricket, we have to understand, and we have to draw different algorithms to this. All right. And then when we finally understood, what is the algorithm we need, that's a 9-dimensional algorithm, and to implement that algorithm, you need certain approvals, certifications, everything, because cricket has been carried out and licensed out by ICC. So we had to work with ICC's members, we had to work with coaches, we had to work with the international players to understand the accuracy of the product. So that's when ICC comes in picture. So we are the official partners of ICC in terms of how are we catering this technology. All right, we featured this technology for the first time in Champions Trophy 2017. Yes. See, you can see that after a shot was played, the real-time data was displayed in the broadcast. What was his maximum bat speed for that shot, and what was his bat speed before the impact. So we could understand whether a batsman is using his timing correctly, whether he's not using his timing correctly, and all this. But again, this is all for the A-class cricket, what we are talking about. So when we talk about coaching module or a coaching prospect, we consider anywhere, not talking about the Indian myth, we consider anywhere, coaches are very traditional, where they understand that, coaching is strictly, more of an, coach thought process or his identifying capacity, but there is no proof of concept to it. All right. Let's imagine a player playing a session in his, evening coaching time. He has played about 180 balls. Not the coach knows, neither there is an analyst to understand whether this guy is playing 180 balls, whether he's playing 90 balls to the offside or 90 balls to the onside, whether he's playing a lofted shot or straight shot, whether his backlift is coming from where, what, nothing. There's absolutely no data. Now you have data. So since we launched it during the 2019 World Cup in London, since then till now, I have the data of about more than 3 plus 5 million shots across the world, where I can tell you how many people are left-handed, how many people are right-handed, how many are male, how many are female, what is a male power index, what is a female power index, what is an male backlift angle, what is a female backlift angle, what is a normal bat speed in West Indies, what is the normal bat speed in Australia, what is the impact of the shot efficiency in India, and a lot more features. But this all could happen because we could understand the level of technology, how it could be integrated into a sport, and how we could do that with an algorithm. But considering the algorithm, we can only generate the bat swing numbers. But after the numbers, what happens is that's when the AI and machine learning comes in place. All right. Then in your own mobile application, you can see yourself in a charted wagon wheel that which direction are you playing? Whether you're playing a lofted shot, whether you're playing a grounded shot, how are you playing against spin? How are you playing against a medium pace? So let's give you a small case study. There are, whenever Ashes goes on, or whenever India goes to England or India goes to any fast-paced pitches, we all are excited to see, okay, how is Virat Kohli going to play in this pitch? How is Virat Kohli going to play to Dale Steyn or somebody else? Why? Because we have seen these players getting out to them very frequently. All right. So there was a season where Virat Kohli had gone to England, and he used to always get out, giving a catch to the second slip or the third slip. And he took out time about more than 6 months while understanding, doing a lot of video analysis and everything to understand where is he doing wrong. But what if I tell you that with the answer, you can just see with a number? For example, right now Virat Kohli is in his peak form. These are his numbers. His backlift angle is 180 degree, or his impact angle is minus 30, and all this. And what are your numbers when you're not in? And what do you need to correct? You just need to correct the numbers. That is what we are trying to add value to the system. And going forward, right now we are here at BAT right now. So we have made a product for the BAT, and our prototype for the ball is already ready. Now, venturing from player development, going to player safety. Now, the major part of the game is about injuries. Now, how much, what are your hydration levels and all this. So we are working out on a technology which can be planted into the helmet and shoes and pad. All right. So these are all the sensors. They do track what is your behavior. They do track what is your pressure points, and they all chucks out to one single application that gives you an entire different phenomenal information to improve your game. And let's talk about coaches. Let's assume that there's an academy of about 200 kids, and honestly, I think more than 15 or 20 coaches, not more than that, will be accommodating that. So these 20 coaches, are they really doing any value addition to those 200 kids? Do they know what they're doing? Do they know which kid is coming, which kid is not coming? Do they know which kid is not playing actively, which kid is having injury pattern and everything? And similarly, going to the selection process, right now the selection process is more of, what do you say? It's like, if your season is good, okay, you're a good player. If you're playing that day good, you're a good player. What about the guy who has practiced about all 3 years, and then that particular day it is his bad luck? How about a analyst sitting down with us, having the data of a players for last 3 years? Let's assume that Mahesh has come to a facility and he's playing and he's seen a product. Okay, so now I tell, okay, Mahesh, from last 3 months, Mahesh is playing onside more or offside more. Okay, before the injury, Mahesh was playing power shots more. After the injury, Mahesh is playing defensive more. So there's a whole lot of junk of data which can be analyzed and which can be used for a better purpose. And this is all about how do you evolve. I have heard somewhere, if you don't evolve, you don't exit at all. That is what we are trying to practice. And well, that's about it. And see, these are some of the influencers who have been using a product, who've been promoting a product, and who like our product. And we can say the biggest promoter is ICC. And we have more than 60,000-70,000 downloads in the application right now. And this is worldwide how we have chalked out right now. And this is the ball sensor which I'm talking to you about. Okay, even on the ball sensor, there's an right now when you see a LBW or when you see a ball trajectory moving or a ball tracking, it happens through a camera. What about a sensor in the ball itself, which can identify the spin and the trajectory, how the ball is turning to? See, this is the ball sensor concept. And then we go to the shoe sensor, where we are understanding the toe face and the movement. So right now I can draw out a character like a 3D avatar, and I can tell you whether you are playing, what shot are you playing, whether you're playing a pull, whether you're playing a defensive straight, whether you're playing over the cover, all this. But what if I can move all this together? When the ball is balling in, the sensor can understand the speed of the ball, accordingly how the bat is moving, whether it's moving closer to the body or away from the body, or whether his helmet is moving, whether towards the ball or away from the ball, all this tracked in one particular tangent. And then this is the helmet sensor. This is both ways, one to track the head movement and one to track the hydration level and then the injury level. This is the glove again, PadSense. And how do we want to venture into other sports? See, any racket sport, I can use the same algorithm. It's just the different data dimensions vary. All right, I think I'm done with this, and I'm happy to take any questions if we have time.
Guys, you can type your questions in the chat room, please. In the chat.
Karan, I think you shut everybody up. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
We got a question.
Okay. Okay.
Karan, do you want us to read out the questions or do you want to take it
No,
on
no,
the...
I will take them one by one.
Okay.
So, Shreyasri Mishra, which all ML algorithms are used with the data you have, like batting algorithm, bat speed, trajectory of the ball? See, I cannot actually disclose you the algorithm, but what I can tell you is it depends on 11 parameters. When we talk about a bat, in terms of a swing, we calculate using the three sensors, that is axilo, magno, and gyro. All right. With that, we track speed of the bat, speed at impact, what is the backlift angle, impact angle, impact speed, follow through angle, and a shot efficiency. Where 10 of the parameters are calculated to tell you whether you played a good shot or not. All right. And then we have a question from SD Prabhu. Apart from cricket, any other games have AI initiatives to develop? Yes, we are planning to get into hockey and baseball to start with, and going with football also. Football, the prototype is already ready, where a sensor will be fitted onto the calf muscle, all right, like a sleeve, where we can understand your footwork and the power index of the foot. Do the balls used in the cricket today have? No, right now they do not have. The ICC has not approved anything as of yet. But yes, going forward, definitely sensors in the ball. Revan said, how do you manage the difference in feel of players when they wear? Yes, there is a certain myth. See, this sensor, which sits on top of your bat like a sleeve, which has a maximum bat weight, maximum weight of it was like 25 grams. All right. So usually I've seen players using a tape around your handle, manage the counterbalance. So this acts as a counterbalance. I don't think so. This I have never gotten any objection till date. We have about more than 60 to 70,000 users. We have never received anything as of that. Pankaj, are you coming up with technology to replace umpires? No, no, definitely not. Whatever technology always comes in to assist talent. No technology comes in to replace anything. What data will you use for football? Okay, wait. Sorry. Shreyasri Mishra. Are you also giving insights to players with all the data you have? Yes, they have their application. Once the player finishes his session, he can go back to his home. He can open his calendar and see with each shot what data he has played, with the 3D avatar of his shot, what exactly he played. What data will you use for football? Mustafa, football is still into R&D, so conclusive data points are not yet generated. But yes, the main course would be the foot angle, impact angle, the power index of the foot, how much pressure are you giving on which foot. This would be what will be preliminary tracked in the MVP. Sir, what about a sport like basketball or shoes? Basketball, I think Mahesh can give you a better insight, because Mahesh has done a great work on basketball when compared to cricket. So basketball, we are not yet into the scene yet, but yes, definitely would like to go there. Okay, can't it be used for wearing by COVID warriors and detect absence and presence of virus? No, no, this is not there yet. All right, but reminding the COVID now, something else which I missed, I got to, I just want to address it. Okay, so now during the social distancing norm, everybody is sitting at home and practicing at home. Some players are practicing shadow shots and everything. Now, how do you think your coach can help you? So this same application, smartcricket.com, where a coach can see you live, whatever you're practicing, and he can guide you, whatever you're doing right or wrong. And coach can also set you goals, giving, for example, today I'm assisting you, but you have to play 100 balls today. You have to do 20 ball tapping practice, all this. Everything the player coach can assist, and player and coach interaction is live, no matter where they're sitting. I'm sitting here and my coach London, can and then will this replace coaches? No, it will not replace coaches. It is only a assistance tool to the coaches. Players use the sensors. Yes, players have used the sensors in the live matches. The entire season of Champions Trophy, if you see any of the replays, you can see the sensors used. Almost all the teams use the sensors. Players like Aaron Finch, Martin Guptill, David Warner, everybody used it. All right, Tamim Iqbal, and even a lot of players from Pakistan, India, and everybody. All right. How are you looking to help players who are unable to understand the data you share with them? As not all of them are going to understand the likes of power and attacks. Yes, brilliant. This is a nice question, Samantha. So now, so the data what is shared to you is the 10 parameters. Above that, a simple parameter called shot efficiency. That tells the overall shot percentage. If a shot percentage is 70%, shot percent 30%, you will know the difference, how it is a good data or a bad data. All right, and it is easier to understand when I say a backlift is 180 degree. So this considering as 0, 90, 180. So everything has been detailedly mentioned. When you click on those parameters, everything is detailedly mentioned people can understand it. If they don't understand it, they can always have a support chat request with us. We assign cricket analysts to help them understand what exactly is what, how do they can better the game. It's all about going forward, right? If you still sit behind that, I don't understand data, then you'll are left behind. Okay, right. I think it's good to go. Okay, wait, one more thing. Nitish, what are the ethical challenges in using such sensors? Yes, definitely. See, these sensors are communicative. Okay, so these have to be absolutely guided and chiefly authorized by the licensing governing bodies. So we have been authorized by ICC because ICC have thoroughly checked the product, and it's also in help of ICC we are going ahead and doing more products like this. All right. So considering the ethical fact of it, yes, nobody and everybody can't do this. And if somebody is doing this without the permission of any governing body, then we don't suggest them using it.
I guess, Karan, you are the one who's having so many questions. The moment it is cricket, India is all eye-opener. So it's
And
cricket.
here's what I'm going to do, Karan. I was giving a session earlier on collaboration. So with your inspiration, our team, Orbit Shifters team, came up with a product called Sports Vision, completely based on computer vision. If you have time, I would like to share to the group as well, and then we'll have a powwow session some other time, a detailed extensive session. Is that okay?
Lovely, brilliant.
Okay, let me share.
I think I have a last question from Samantha. Also, are you collaborating with any other companies of other domains to help you bring something more? Yes, our tech partner is Intel. All right, so that's one of the major collaboration. And rest all R&D or the software development or the API integration, everything is handled by us. Right now it becomes a difficult of a challenge to work with any other collaborations in terms of the data, because data is secure. You should know what is about the data of about 3.5 million shots, because each shot is calculated somewhere about 16 to 17 MB.
He's got a big building in Bangalore, safekeeping.
Right, Mahesh has seen it.
Mahesh has played it, not just seen it, seen it. He posts that stuff every single time. So just to basically make me envious that he got a chance to use your smart cricket. Because I'm in here, right, in Minnesota, where I can't play cricket. So
yeah.
Me and Mahesh have visited your placement in December.
Oh, is that?
Yeah.
That Nasik match team, right? Along with the students.
Right. Yes.
They got around 40 students from Nasik that time.
Yes.
I actually visited 2 times, and where I played even, in fact. Yeah, Vishal, go ahead without any further delays.
So group, I don't want to waste your time. I just want to share one more video which we basically took inspiration from multiple technology sports tech company, and as a homage to sports, we just started collaborating with IOC, International Olympics Committee, and we are currently doing some prototypes for them. And this is nothing to do with Karan or smart cricket. This is just an homage on the technology and how we at Orbit Shifters are starting to do. And we are going to definitely collaborate with you, Karan, and basically pick your brain on some of your expertise in the AI field. If everybody is fine, I will share this video and then we'll conclude this session so that we'll give it a break and then we have respective tracks to go into. Is that okay?
Sure,
yeah, absolutely.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay, so
yes.
let me share
Pankaj, last to
my
answer
screen.
You, Pankaj, yes, this technology is allowed to during the match and as well as for practice sessions also. Yes. Okay, over to you, Prashant.
Hey,
Yeah,
thanks, Karan.
if the group can see. Thanks, Karan.
Yes,
That is amazing. As I said, Karan, you're going to steal the show by talking about cricket because that is very close to everybody's heart.
Sure. Thanks, Prashant. Thanks, Mahesh. Thanks, Narendra. Thank you all. Have a good day.
Thanks, Karan.
So group, I'm just going to, as I said, right, we did this based on the inspiration and, all the technology we've been talking about from the last 2 days. This product was built by Orbit Shifters core team, and we are still refining and fine tuning. And, we will definitely collaborate with anybody who's interested or has any particular interest in working with us. But this is called a Sports Vision. and just give it a go on this one and see what your thoughts are. That's all I wanted to share, guys.
Thank you very much for that, Prashant.
And what I want to do, Narendra, if you give me a chance, I just wanted to thank all the partners, the website team, Taha and team, Flyers, Taha and team, Siddharth from Nashik, videos by Manu from Coimbatore, all the social media postings by Ganesh and Anirudh, and especially you, Narendra, for hosting this session, and the entire concept that was designed by Mahesh and all the shifters from our team. So thank you so much for doing this, and all the attendees. Thank you so much for your interest and participating this first AI Virtual Fest. You have definitely made this session more successful than we imagined. And thank you for your curiosity. And I hope you guys are going to have an amazing next 4 hours. And it will be a good wrap up. And I hope we were able to meet your expectations, guys. So thank you so much. And I'm going to sign out from US here. So thanks everyone for this fantastic session.
Hey, thanks, Prashant. Guys, from the participants, I need some kind of feedback.